Hey, so, man, I'm making this video just for me. I guess because I need somebody to talk to. Or at least I need to express myself. So, it's feeling a little not under the weather, but it's challenged, I guess. Work is really slow right now, which at first was cool because it was like, a week off, which turned into 2 weeks off, which turned into 3 weeks off, and it's just, when you're not expecting that kind of thing, it hits the old pocketbook pretty hard. And then you start feeling kind of like almost foolish, because when you're making money, you have a budget, but I didn't budget for no budget, and that kind of stuff catches up with you, and yeah. It sucks. I feel like not depressed. It's not an existential crisis, but I guess a little sad, or not exactly frustrated. It's hard to put a word to it. Just not being super impressed with the situation, because I just find myself, I'm 42 years old, and I rent a room in my boss's house, I don't really have a career. I just go from job to job. I do stuff, but it's just like, I don't know. It looks like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing something wrong. And it becomes evident when it's like this whole job and money thing, because then all of a sudden it's like, well, when your livelihood and everything that entails is like in somebody else's hands, it's like essentially dictated by something that is sort of out of your control, which happens in life, but I mean, to have no control, that's, there's always room for movement, but to just not be prepared and stuff like that, it's I don't know. And I know that it always works out in the end. Everything works out in the end, but there's this thing, it's called the divine paradox, where it's like there's a relative and a fundamental. And so like fundamentally, yeah, it's true that it all works out, it's all good. And the idea for me right now is, make the best of this time. And I have been working at that, and it's been a challenge too. And just, I feel like I push myself too hard with yoga and with making these videos. I watched like a little bit of this one, and it just seemed like it was terrible. It just makes me wonder what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. where I'm going with it, I guess. You know, it's like with this yoga thing, you know, I don't know. I just keep on running into stuff. Like, I guess I do get better, but there's this thing where, like, I want to make music, but I won't bring any of my music stuff here because I don't want it to distract me from finishing my book. But it's just like, you know, you sit down to finish writing a book, it's just not exactly, I'm writing a forward and it's like, I don't even know if I need to. It's hard to tell sometimes if you're getting carried away with something or if it's really worth doing, you know, where, I don't know. I guess I was inspired to do it in a sense, but then it's like, it's one thing to, yeah, it just takes a lot for it to mature, I suppose. Yeah, so it just feels like I'm spinning my wheels a lot of the time, and I don't know. You know, I guess I'm lonely too. Like, you know, my phone could like not ring for a month. You know, it's not that I don't have friends, you know, there's people that I know, but there's nobody that I'm close to. And I don't know. I don't know what to think of that, you know? It's like, do I push people away? I try not to analyze everything in my life, but because I know I used to do that, and it's not the approach that I choose anymore. I like more the heart-based, you know, just trust and letting go and acceptance and having faith and all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. You know, looking for love is another one of those things. Man, would love that, you know, partnership with someone, work towards things, build each other up, support and stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I sat down to make this video of just, I wrote some poetry yesterday. It's kind of interesting. And I find, like, to write certain kinds of poetry, you got to be in a mood, and like, I know I'm in a mood right now, and so the stuff that comes out is relative to that mood. You can't write perplexing scribbles if I don't feel that way. But yeah, I don't know. You know, then I was gonna make this video, and then my boss, he found some work for me, which is good. Looks like I'm gonna go on a journey. It's like a long ways away, to do painting. Could be. It's gonna be an adventure. I'm gonna have to be prepared. I to prepare today, I guess. Painting. But that's good, you know, a break from this. You know, right as I was, you know, I don't know how to say it. It's like I'm not at a breaking point. I'm not. It's not even frustrated. I guess it's just fed up. You know, and that's okay. And it's frustrating is that like something that I really don't like doing is like when it comes to feeling like this, you see people and it's like, you know, they say, hey, how are you? And you say, I'm fine. How are you? How are you doing? Good. I'm great. And I'm lying. But lying is just easier than telling the truth. And it's just, and it's more friendly because you don't want to like be a downer, I guess. I don't anyways. I mean, it's like a responsibility that we have to each other. In Dutch, I do believe the word is gezellig, yeah, which essentially means that it's an awareness of the social environment and stuff like that. So sometimes you have to put on a face, fake it till you make it, right? I suppose that's where that fits in. I usually don't agree with those words, but yeah, I don't know what to do. But now I'm gonna get ready. Cup of tea. You know, when I was working lots, I went and bought this tea. A bag of tea. I'll show you how big. The stuff, this can here, 150 grams, right, of tea. But it's like the highest quality tea from like a really good tea shop in downtown Vancouver. And it was like $123 for this. But it's so good because you can just pour water on the same leaves like 10 times and it tastes better and better and better. Or it tastes good. Yeah, it's awesome. Amazing tea. You know, I will enjoy this stuff for many years to come. I like but it's one of those purchases. It's just like, I don't know. I stand behind the things that I buy, but you know, and then all of a sudden you look at your bank statement and you're like, oh, I think I bought a bit much stuff. That tea was expensive. Yeah, all right. I feel a little bit better. Thanks.